few months ago I took the new Honda Africa Twin out on the road, and despite pretty rank conditions, winter, freezing cold, high winds, all that stuff, I found that it made a really great road bike. It was comfortable, it looks great, it sounds great, the engine's got a really nice linear power delivery, but it's still got a lot of character. But at the end of the video, I said we were definitely going to be taking the bike out off-road, because that's obviously half of what it's meant for, but the caveat being that it wasn't going to be me riding it. Well, I changed my mind because I thought it was about time I added some off-road riding skills to my riding repertoire. And what better place to do that than here at Honda's new adventure centre in Wales, where you can not only learn to ride better off-road, but you can also spend 2 days having a blast on the new Africa Twin. So we just got off the off-road arena style up in Wales, and usually with these courses they get you to sort of really take it back to basics at the beginning, and usually with stuff like that I'd go, oh, for goodness sake, like, drop it and let's go straight into it. But I'm quite happy today because I'm rubbish off-road. I've got no idea what I'm doing, don't know how to stand, don't know where to put the bike, don't know what terrain to go over. Literally I need to start from the very beginning. So we've got a few courses this morning, just slow speed stuff, zigzagging, getting used to the traction control system, getting used to the ABS being off, all that really basic stuff. All right, we've got an obstacle. Roll and move. So I've been riding here 2 days. It's a 2-day course, and we've done some pretty hairy stuff, but it is broken up into a number of different levels. So depending on your ability, the course will be tailored to you. So the instructors here are brilliant, properly top notch, and they don't push you into anything that you don't want to do. So if you're not comfortable with going downhill, uphill, through really deep ruts, you don't have to do it. But some of the most basic stuff that we've learned has actually been the most helpful. Things like slow speed control, clutch control, simply how and where to stand on the bike, how to stand on the bike when you're going through certain terrain. That stuff at the core of off-road riding has actually been the most helpful for me, and it's amazing how in simply 2 days of riding, a bit of extra seat time, my riding ability, but also my confidence has spiked massively. So let's be honest, we're in South Wales. We've definitely lucked out with the weather. We've had 2 days of glorious sunshine. But to be fair, if it was raining, I'm not sure it'd ruin the atmosphere, because this is an adventure centre. And I think that's what the 2 days are really about. It's about getting stuck in. It's about it being an adventure. On a proper off-road, round the world adventure, or whatever you're doing, you never know what's around the corner. And that's the type of stuff that you're going to learn how to deal with here. How to pick up your bike, how to go through really deep mud, how to do some of the stuff that you just couldn't even imagine you're potentially going to do. It's an adventure. So at the moment, this reminds me so much of like when I first learned to ride 10 years ago in the rain, and you sort of go up to every corner going like that, and you end up coming back from your ride super tense. And I feel like that at the moment. I'm riding around, my hands are aching just because I'm like clamped on the bars so hard, and I know I just need to trust the bike, trust the tyres a bit more, and stop being so crap at what I'm doing. Tell you what, 2 days here, you don't need to go to the gym for at least 2 weeks. One part of off-road riding that I really cannot stand is deep, rutted, muddy stuff. I can't stand it. I constantly lose the front end. The front end washes out every time. So I was really kind of annoyed when the first thing that the instructor said was, right, we're going to go on some really deep, rutty stuff. Great. But the thing is that you go through that patch and then everything else seems easy. And there's all types of terrain here, from loose gravel to hard packed stuff to loose clay, uphill descents, downhill stuff. There really is something for everyone that everyone's going to enjoy here. It's 500 acres of private land to just hoon about on a brand new bike. This thing's got 300 miles on it. They are mint. This is this absolute nightmare. Oh, this is my least favourite. So this is like clay and very rutty. And he said don't go in the middle because that's where it's slippery, and guess where Muggins has gone? Right in the bloody middle. Oh my nuts. So we already know all the details on the Africa Twin. It's been out relatively for a while now. Big parallel twin engine, roughly 100 horsepower, roughly 220, 230 kilos. So when this thing goes over on its side, which it probably will do over a 2-day course, you can definitely feel the weight. But any time other than that, it feels so much lighter than the numbers on that spec sheet suggest. It's really well balanced, and with those tyres, it can tackle this stuff. But how much better does it look with those big Metzeler Karoo knobblies on it? It's funny how when you're riding off-road, you notice and you pick up things that you just never would on the road. For example, those pillion grab rails. On the road, they're just pillion grab rails. Off-road, they're really annoying things that get in the way of your foot every single time, and it just gets worse throughout the end of the day when you've got these big, heavy motocross boots on, you're really fatigued, and every time you get off or on the bike, they manage to get in the way and you kick them, and it's just so annoying. Right, so it's the beginning of day 2. I didn't realise it was possible to have 2 days of sunshine in Wales in a row.
Okay, that's good. So, that's it. Keep it going all the way back to the side of the run there. Keep it going. Okay, so now start wiggling with that tripod. Okay, happy with that?
Yep.
Okay, board the bike then, clutch out. Yep.
Good work, I'd say, for that, mate.
Yeah, good, good, good. Engine on. Start your engine up, clutch in.
So we've been learning how to get uphill and downhill, riding position, throttle position, things like that. So we've been up a hill a few times, stood up, sat down, and now we're learning how to go down a hill properly. So the first time I did it, front end was washing out loads, using too much front brake, too much weight on the front wheel. So the instructors told me to sit a bit further back, use the rear brake, turn the rear ABS off, and basically just do it a lot more gently, a lot more slower, so that front wheel doesn't keep washing out. But it's still a bit hairy every time you go down. Something that's made the last couple of days really enjoyable are the instructors. This place is headed up by Dave Thorpe, who's a 3-time world motocross champion, so you know you're in good hands, and a load of other instructors who are all seasoned racers or really regular off-road riders. So, looks like a normal Africa Twin, but one of the benefits of doing this 2-day course is that you basically get to have an extended test ride on this Africa Twin, which has got the DCT dual clutch transmission gearbox fitted to it, which essentially lets you ride in an automatic mode or a semi-automatic, where you can change gears plus or minus on the bar. And for someone like me or someone who's not 100% confident off-road, honestly, it's awesome. It's like basically having a big go-kart on 2 wheels, because you don't have to worry about clutch control, you don't have to worry about the gears. You just put it into ignition on, put it in drive mode, and there's a few different settings you can play around with gravel mode and so on, things like that. But essentially, this is your throttle. You don't have to worry about the gears, it just changes them for you. And it lets you concentrate on what you're doing, which is riding off-road, looking at ruts, looking at where you want to kick the back end out, and having fun instead of worrying about all the small stuff that can really stifle you when you're a beginner, like the gears and the clutch and so on. DCT gearbox, was a bit unsure about it, gets my vote. So as I said before, the course lasts 2 days. It costs £499 all in, and that basically includes bike hire, tuition, petrol, there's lunch on both days, there's also an evening meal included, there's gear available. Even if you don't come here with your mates, at the end of the day, you're going to be here with a load of like-minded people who are A, up for a laugh, and B, keen to learn how to ride that thing properly off-road. As naff as I am, we do keep losing the group, which suggests that we are faster than them. Mini victory. Oh, got smacked in the face by a branch. That's what the visor's for.